All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Let's go, defense.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside and break it inside. Really well run route.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
6-6. Pull it high. 5.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. James has got it. Complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the double.
Mike, 45. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch the eye.
Go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Yo, go, go.
45.
From the gun, it's Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Back to throw. Stewart. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 1. The open man is Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for him.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Stewart. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Ready to break.
Hey, watch the screen.
Ready.
Stewart now. Off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
On the ready.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. He's got his man Sharp complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. A quick throw caught by Sharp. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Manning now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
45 the mic. They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. There we go. Hey. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. 5.
Now Manning. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Stern. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ready? X3, 218, chop it. Let's go.
On 1st down, Manning. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Come on, set, 8, read. Christian, travel.
4 down. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Now Rashad Penny. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. Trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
I'm coming. Hey, Sam.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First down, Tennessee.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Stewart off the play fake. Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Stewart, off play action. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Titans have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
It's caught inside the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
61, Matchbox Lights. Hey, Alpha. Check.
45. Mike, 45. You're not ready.
Go.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Hop Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grady Jarrett never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Two-jet bomber. Leo. Look, squeeze. Hey, turn it up.
Check safety. What?
Looking to throw. Stewart. Complete to Jones. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, Michel. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. To throw is Stewart on 1st down. We'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
70, Indy, 4.
Now Stewart to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Stewart now operating from the gun. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy,
and look at this. It's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Sharp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On the ready.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back.
Penny, the first down carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Check it out, read.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or. It up. Bravo.
2nd and 11. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the safety creep.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Here's Stewart throwing on first down. And this is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Hey, wahoo!
52, right 52.
You ain't got nothing.
To throw again. Stewart. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Back to throw. Stewart. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Caught by Jones. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Stewart throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got nothing today.
Here's Penny on the counter. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion, we can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jake Ryan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Stewart. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
To throw is Stewart. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Stewart taking a shot for Samuel. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Stewart under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. This complete to Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Stewart on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stewart now from the downhill throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Stewart throwing on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.